Hello, once again, welcome to my YouTube channel www.youtube.com/writecareers. In case you have subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. And in case you haven't, do subscribe to the link so that you get all the videos, and also subscribe to the bell button so that you get all the notifications instantly, right? So this week's topic, straight away getting on to this week's topic, it's a very general topic, very simple topic also, but it is a very important topic as well. Now, this video or this topic is specifically meant for class 7, 8, 9, 10 students and also to their parents, right? Typically for them, I've taken that as a topic this week. The topic is, what are the options that are available after class 10, right? What are the options that are available after class 10 and how to choose the right stream for you, how to choose the right group. By stream, what I mean is the groups that are available. So that's the topic that I have taken. Let us get into the topic in detail. Now, before we get into the core of the topic, we need to identify some of the mistakes, I would say, some of the commonly made mistakes that happen during this phase. Most of the students make these mistakes. After 10th, what to study, what group to take, they don't know. So what they do is, first mistake that they do, most of the students, is follow the friends or group. That's something which we all make. There is a group, some of your friends will join science group, you also join science group. Some of the students will join commerce group, you also join commerce group. So you don't know what you're going to do. That's a mistake that we make. I'm not blaming anybody here, but that's the general trend that usually happens. The second mistake that the students make is, because of the parental and societal pressure. You go and ask your parents, can I take arts group, can I take commerce group? Your parents could immediately compare yourself with some of the neighbors or the colleagues of your parents and say, hey, X has taken science group and is doing really well in engineering, so no point in taking some other group, straight away get into engineering, science group. That's the parental or societal pressure which a student succumbs to. That's the second mistake that they make. Third mistake is a genuine mistake, lack of knowledge. The students mostly, they don't know what is in store for them after class 10, specifically when it comes to groups like humanities or commerce. So these are the three common mistakes that most of the students make before they choose on the stream. Now, let us get into the streams that are there, the groups that are there after class 10. We all know that there is science group. We all know that there is also commerce group. There is also one more stream in the form of arts and humanities. Now, in this video, we will see each and everything to some detail, not a comprehensive detail, to some detail. And then over the period of next few weeks, we will see each one of them at length, right? The first stream is science. Now, science, we all know it's a very familiar subject, very familiar stream, I should say. It's very popular also because till 10th standard, you are used to science. You like science, you hate science, but you have studied science. That's why you are here till 10th standard. You are here because you have studied science. You understand the basics of science. You understand the basics of physics or chemistry or botany or zoology. You understand science, and therefore you have come to class 9 or 10. So science is a very common, or familiar stream that's available. I would say science is also, you would have come across some statements like, want to become a doctor or engineer, take science group. So you are naturally attracted to, these professions, and then you obviously prefer this group, and therefore science group comes in. Now, in science, there are two divisions. One is, we call it as PCB, that is physics, chemistry, biology. The second one is PCM, physics, chemistry, mathematics. These are the two streams available. PCB is more, it's related more with medicine, right? So if you study physics, chemistry, biology, obviously you can take NEET and then you can get into medicine. You can also get into BDS, that is dental. You can also get into some alternate medicines that we call like homeopathy, Siddha, or Ayurveda, BAMS, etc. So that's the third course after once you pursue your PCB, physics, chemistry, biology. You can also get into nursing. You can perhaps get into life sciences, say study BSc in botany, BSc in zoology. Again, there are excellent scope for studying life sciences, animal husbandry. You can also study veterinary sciences. That's one of the upcoming program. You can definitely pursue veterinary sciences. So these are some of the common courses that are available once you take physics, chemistry, biology. You may also get into microbiology also. That's a BSc in microbiology. That's another stream which I missed. So some of the common stream when you take PCB, PCM, physics, chemistry, mathematics. Again, even if you take PCB, there is no harm. You can always get into engineering. There is no harm. You can always get into engineering even if you take PCB. PCM, physics, chemistry, mathematics. Naturally, you can pursue engineering. You can pursue mathematics, BSc in mathematics, BSc in physics or chemistry or some allied subjects related to science. You can also pursue statistics. You can pursue architecture. You can pursue design. Some of the courses when you take physics, chemistry and mathematics. So this is very short about what are the career prospects once you take science group. Coming to the second stream, which was commerce. Now if you take commerce group, again when it comes to commerce, one of the greatest, I would say biggest mistake that people make is, people think that okay, I'm not comfortable with science, I don't understand science, or rather I'm not interested in science, therefore I choose commerce group. That's a myth. Second is, you will very frequently come across this statement, commerce is for average students, science is for above average students. So if you are an average student, take commerce. If you are an above average student, take science. This is a very wrong advice. And I think this advice should never be considered, because let me also tell you that a course like chartered accountancy, it's not that easy to pass chartered accountancy, right? It's one of the most wanted subject. It's an all-time favorite subject, I should say, for all-time in demand subject course. Therefore, it's not that easy to clear a chartered accountancy. So, if you have a myth that you're average in studies, that means you can take commerce. No, that's a myth I would like to clear. The second myth that's there in commerce is, if you are from a business family, study commerce, else don't study commerce. That's again another myth. So if you are coming from a business family, it doesn't mean that commerce is natural to you. No. So there are a lot of myth, right? I'm a doctor and I want my son to be a doctor. Similarly, I'm a engineer and I want my son to be an engineer. So these are parental pressure. Never succumb to any parental pressure. Even if you don't come from a proper business family, you can always study commerce, because commerce is not only a study of business, it is about whole lot of things which we will see. Now then, what is commerce? Commerce, as I told you, is about study of how business is done. It's about studying of how books are maintained in accounts. It's also about study of how economies are, how are Indian economies, etc. So once you finish commerce, some of the career prospects in commerce, the classical career prospects, I should say, BCom. I think last week we saw the types of BCom that's there in the system today, different types of different streams under BCom. That's a very popular graduation that we have. You can also get into chartered accountancy, you can get into cost accountancy, you can get into company secretaryship, we call CA, ICWA, ACS. You can also get into chartered management accountant. You can also pursue certified public accountant, and then you can get into some finance, professional, say investment banking is definitely an option once you study commerce, accounts, finance. You can also study economics as a career. Economics are always in great demand. Get into public policy, get into economic research and things like that. So it's always in great demand. Very brief about commerce. Now, third one I would like to, the third stream that I would like to mention here is about humanities and arts, which unfortunately, I would like to term this as very unfortunate, because not many people are aware about what humanities is or what arts is. Now, humanities or arts is very highly misunderstood in India. It's such a shame that we have not understood humanities or art that much, like the way it should have been understood in a country, and that too in a country like India. Because you see, humanities forms a very, very important part of our culture. Now, if you don't understand what India is, then there is no point in living in India, right? So you have to seriously, look at humanities as a career. Now, when we studied, humanities was never considered to be a serious subject, but times have changed. Times have drastically changed. I can foresee, or I can rather see, lot of new universities, even the existing universities, offering some cutting-edge program in humanities. What is humanities? As I said, it's a very broad term in India, or rather in the world. It's a very broad term in humanities, and it covers various facets of society. It could be public policy, it could be civil services, it could be economics, it could be law. So it covers various facets. It could be history, it could be anthropology, it could be archaeology. So there are multiple programs that are there, that are readily available in humanities. We will comprehensively see over the next few days or weeks from the next video or from later sometime about different career options available in humanities. But at this point in time, as a 9th standard and 10th standard student, what you need to do is, there is a course, there is a specialization in class 11. Some of the schools do offer a specialization in humanities. Some of the subjects that will be taught at class 11 and 12 would be, once again, history, geography, economics, maybe political science, etc. Right? Career options, as I told you, could be in anthropology, could be in law, could be in management, could be in history, geography, hotel management, mass communication, journalism. Some of the careers that broadly comes under humanities. So till now we have seen 3 streams: science, commerce, humanities. Right? Now the biggest question of the video, or rather the most important part of the video, how to choose the right group, or rather right stream for you. Very shortly, 3-4 points I will cover. The most important thing that you need to do before you choose your stream is, you have to assess yourself. You have to assess your interest. You have to assess your passion. Now, if you don't have a great interest or aptitude towards one subject, you obviously need to rethink about what is there in the other subject. So before you choose what stream that you want to pursue, especially for subjects like commerce and humanities, you need to know what are the subjects that would be taught in class 11 and 12, and what are the future prospects for them. Because in science, to some extent you will know what is being taught till grade 10, you will know. When it comes to other streams, you need to know what is that you will be taught over the course of next few years. That's something which you have to understand your interest. You have to also understand your passion. Now, mere interest and passion cannot take you anywhere. That's why the second point is, you need to do a complete SWOT analysis. Now, what is SWOT analysis? At this age, some of the students might not know what SWOT analysis is. It is nothing but your analyzing of your strengths, your weakness, your opportunities and threat. I am discounting this opportunities and threat at this point in time, but you need to analyze your strength and weakness as early as 9th standard, so that you prepare yourself for the future. Now, unless and until you don't plan in advance, it's not going to help anyone's cause, right? So the first point is, assess your interest and passion. Second is the SWOT, do a proper strength and weakness analysis. Third, importantly, consult people, talk to seniors, talk to very senior professional people in your family, or talk to counselors like me. Try to get to understand what is that in your store. The moment you understand yourself, which is not easy at 9th and 10th, you need someone to make you understand who you are, what your interests, what your likes are. The moment you understand, life becomes very, very easy. At least it won't become complicated, right? Now, the final piece of information that I want to give is, see, this is going to be your first biggest decision making in your life. Individually, till 10th standard, you are driven by parents. Mostly you will be driven by parents. Now, the 11th standard is the most important aspect for any student, because this is going to be your first decision. And first decision, like we say, first impression is the best impression. First decision has to be the best decision, right? So, you have to take a decision, and it has to be the right decision. And if you have to take the right decision, you need to spend some time, understand yourself, understand what is there around your ecosystem, and then take a decision. Therefore, first try to understand yourself. If not, speak to many people, speak to people around you, speak to the counselors that you want to, speak to your parents, speak to your peers, and understand your interests, likes, and then move on. And in case you would like to speak to me about what careers you want to choose, what stream you want to take, I have mentioned all my details beneath this video. You can always contact me, so that we can work with you and get to know your strengths and weakness, and then choose the right careers of your choice. All the best once again. Thanks for watching the video. Until the next video next week. See you. Take care. Thank you.